Hello everyone, Mario Kart Boards. Welcome back to another stream, and we're doing something a little bit different from casting because you can see my face, and I can't see you, but I can still, you can see me, which is strange. Anyways, we're here doing a drawing with my handy dandy hat here. We're about to do a draw for the first MKPS tournament in the new season, so. We're excited to get this going. Before the drawing starts, though, I'm going to hand the mic over quickly to Arti, and he's going to explain how this tournament is going to work.
All right, hey guys. So the way the tournament's going to work is that we will be splitting up the groups into 11 groups of 4, where we split off the top 11 teams, and they will be evenly distributed between the different groups, while the remaining 33, well, now 32 teams, will be distributed among the other groups. So the 11 teams that were decided by the board, in no particular order, were Apocalypse Emerald, Avail, Lightspeed Ultraviolet, Metro Wipeout 2, Moonblast, Now or Never, Superbia, Team Gun Diamond, Bellicor, and JX. So the way the tournament is going to work is that it's going to be a single round robin between the teams in your group. Top half of the group will go to the upper bracket, while the bottom half will go to the bottom bracket. And it's just going to be a double elimination from there on out. So that's all about the tournament. It's all going to be 12 race wars. So yeah. After the stream, group chats will be made, schedules will be posted within the group chats, and we will let you know from there on out.
All right, awesome. So I guess without further ado, I guess we can start drawing. I believe how we're drawing is it's going to go snake format, so I think we're starting at the very end and then going back to A and then vice versa. So that's going to be how it's done. And we got the hat already, and the top 11 teams are already in, so I guess we can start drawing right away. So I'm going to quickly... What's going on, everyone? I will be also looking at chat as well, so we're going to give this a good little shake, mix up all these teams. And let's get going, shall we? All right. First team, hand in the bag. First team drawn is Gun Diamond. So Gun Diamond off the list, going over to the last div actually. All right, next up, this one in. Lightspeed Ultraviolet. Pop that down the floor. I'll have to clean that up later, but shall we go next? Whew. Apocalypse Emerald. Interested to see how these guys do, because I know they have 3 teams going into this one, so I'm interested to see how they did their teams all across the board. Next going up, MW1. All right. Okay, fair enough. MW1, obviously a crowd favorite. Alrighty, next team coming up. What are the odds? MW2. I don't know too much if they've changed their roster too much, but I know from the last MKPS season they were still pretty solid. Right up with their first team as well. Next team we're gonna draw. We got VC, we got Bellicor. Don't know too much about this team. I know it's Sane and a few other people in that gang, but I don't know too much about any roster changes that might have been done. So best of luck to those guys going into their bracket for this tourney. Next team coming up. A new team. This one's going to JX. So JX is pretty interesting. It's almost like it's not the same members of Ethereal, but it's got a very strong core group. So it's kind of like Ethereal based with how strong that roster is. So I'm interested to see how those guys come out as a team.
Yeah, it's like a mix of like SY players like Mura, Russo, Frozen, Jeff and Jaku, and then you also got like Sean and Jazz and Mikey added to their squad.
Yeah, so just a whole bunch of talented players just across the board. Yeah, you could say it's more like KG than Ethereal. It's kind of like, yeah, I agree. Next drawing. Bringing it to Moonblast. Interested to see how those guys do, because I think they acquired some new players. I think Sal's there now.
Yep, so. Sal's there now. They added British. They added Bob UK.
Yeah, so a lot of strong new additions to that team. So interested to see how they're gonna incorporate those players into their lineups. Got to give a shout out to the homie British though. Next one. This is a team I'm really interested to see how they do. This is SE. I've seen they put out an announcement on their roster on Twitter a few days ago, and it's an interesting roster. I saw I think they added Edison to the mix, which is interesting. Him coming out of WZ, Revan, Revise, a very, very interesting group.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop you right there for a second. Winter, I believe you missed Apocalypse. Emerald is in Group C, and everyone shifted down one group.
Yeah, one left, and it's got to be a Veil. And the Veil's going into the last group of the mix. So, I guess. Oh wait. Oh no, I actually found one more. I don't know too much about this team. I'm interested to see how they do, but this is Now or Never, I believe it is. Going into the last list, I think I quickly took a glimpse of who some of the people are. I think it's Susui's team.
Yes.
So, not really sure who could be on that squad, but interested to see it as a new team.
I have their roster right up now if you want.
Okay.
Asmac Connor with one N. Emil P, Casper or Casperinos, Luke, Malone, Pix, Quinn, Rose, Susui, Spec, and Tears.
Oh, that's very interesting. That's actually a pretty solid all-around team right there. I'm gonna be looking at those guys in the win. I think that's it. Yeah. So with that, that's the first round, I guess, coming with all the top 11 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is where all the fun begins. This is where it truly gets randomized.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. All in the hat, as you can see, all in there. I don't know if you can see that too well. Gotcha. Just gonna give him a good shake. Yes. Yeah, you will see each group after each round of picking.
Mm-hmm.
Is he beating someone? I don't know. High quality cotton. I actually got this as a Christmas present last 2 years ago from some of my coworkers from Tim Hortons. So that's on your screen right now. That's after round 1. So see all those teams, and now this is where it really gets interesting. All right, I guess we shall go for the round 2 drawings. All right. Here we go. This is OS Onslaught joining
Gun Diamond in Group
joining
A.
Gun Diamond. That's right. I'm actually a little bit. I'm in that server. They got some pretty solid players. It's you can almost say it's like EU AP from their old roster.
Yep. A new team this season. Nice to see more teams coming in.
This is an interesting team that I don't know who's on this roster, but I can't wait to see how they do. This is Lightspeed Noah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll be throwing them in Group C because their first team is in Group B.
Okay, so no clash
So
of teams.
they'll be in Group C instead.
Alrighty. Alright, next one coming up. LY. I don't... Lethargy. I think this is a group of new players, actually. I don't think I've seen most of these players around.
Yep.
So interested to see how they do together in their first season of MKPS. Best of luck to those guys in the first tourney. Next up, we got SA. I think that's
Sakura.
Yeah, Sakura.
Yep.
I know the roster a little bit. I know Sam the Ball of Rose is in there, so maybe he's got a few of his buddies. I think they're a pretty solid team all in all.
Yeah.
So.
You got Chili, Haruko, Yasu. Pretty big players.
Not too bad at all. I know. All right, next up. Got EB. I believe this is Eternal Bliss.
That is correct.
This is a big shout out to some of my old T7 mates. I know my boy Rock Dude's in there, and a few other friendly faces as well. Also Vinny. Next
big
up.
Man Xavier for the bagging department.
I love to see it. These are a few. This is a clan that you've seen in a little while. .exe, the boys at Execute, coming up. So that's I believe some Noah Cove, Wayne, all those guys. You know, they've been improving over the last year, maybe 2 years that team's been together. So I'm excited to see what those guys can do in this season. Ed Sheeran right after the vaccine. That's right. Is he at MP? Oh, good for him. Next up, you know what it means, GTFO.
And they will be joining JX in Group G.
Oof. It's a rough pull for GTFO. All right, next up, going in, we got Gun Pearl joining the other squad. I don't know how they split the gun rosters. I assume Nico and all them are probably in Diamond, and not sure who's in Pearl, but that boy Gun for pulling 2 teams. Next pull. Oh, I pulled 2. TCP. I'm not sure what that's.
Cherry Poppers.
Cherry Poppers. All right.
Yeah, I know a couple of them are pretty strong 8 Deluxe players. Got Delta, GS Corinth, Mason.
Okay. I see you.
Well,
all right. Let's see, who are they joining?
They joined Superbia in Group I.
Okay.
Then the next team will be joining Avail in Group J.
This next team joining Avail is MY13. I believe that's May the 13th or something like that.
I think their team's just called MY13.
MY13?
Yeah. Big man
Fair
of
enough.
history.
And all right, is that the end of the second round there?
No, there is one more who will be
One more?
in Group
Okay.
K, joining with Now or Never.
Okay, and joining Now or Never is Ascension AC. We'll be joining them going in, and that's going to be the end of the second round. As I have 2 cats fighting under me.
Nice.
Interested to see how these guys are gonna measure up on regs. So I'm interested to see how they're doing. Good luck to those guys. AC Now or Never. That might be an interesting match. Gun P and Moonblast is something I'd want to see how that goes. Damn, Christmas hat acting up. All right, going into round 3.
Will this team be joining Group K or Group A at Winter? Okay, Group A. They'll be joining Group A with
Group
Gun,
A?
Diamond, and Onslaught.
All right, well, joining those two teams is going to be South London Ends. I don't want to explain how annoying this was to draw. I tried my best, and I still feel like I butchered it.
Yeah, this seems gonna be interesting because you see them playing a lot of trolling wars, and trolling wars aren't a thing in MKPS, so we'll see how they're gonna fare out with Gun and Onslaught.
I remember a hot minute ago too. I think they were like a callless team as well. I don't think that's going to be the thing for MKPS, but
yeah, we'll see how they'll go on with that. But I think they'll go with calling.
Oh, I definitely think so. At least for these matches. All right, coming up next into the next division, we got YK Yuki Clan.
They will be joining Lethargy and Lightspeed Ultraviolet in Group B.
Okay. Not sure how YK is his clan. I know that they might like them and Lethargy might be interesting to see. They might. Yeah, they could. I think they could upset.
Yeah, they have Cody and Crash.
Okay, the boys.
And Precision, who's pretty strong on custom tracks, so we'll see how he fares out in the regs.
All right, Cody and Crash. You love to see it. Surprised they're still playing. Nah, Crash can.
No, yeah, Crash. Yeah, not German Crash. I don't think he's registered for a team this season.
I don't think he's still playing.
No, yeah, that too.
Fair enough. All right, next team coming out is going to be SP.
Shadow play.
Just hitting you up, Darius. Cody doesn't smoke, his wife will kill him. Speed Pain. That's right. All right, next team coming out. IF2.
Ooh, that's Dermo's team.
That's Dermo's team. Who did IF2 land? Because he told me.
Metro Wipeout and Sakura. I don't
Dermo's
think he's gonna be happy.
Oh, he's gonna kill me.
I mean, he didn't give you 20,000, so.
He didn't, but just know I'm gonna see an angry message in the DMs after this stream. All right, next one coming out. We got UC.
All right, yeah, they're just going by UC, but a bunch of us like to call them Uncut Crab. I think it's
Okay.
a little meme in their server or something like
The
that.
Uncut Crab. All right.
Okay, well, he pulled out Apocalypse. Was it what? 2? So Ruby?
Yeah, it was Apocalypse Ruby.
Apocalypse Ruby. Okay, yeah, they'll be Group F joining Velocore and Execute.
All right. Just quick. Who's AP Ruby got on that squad?
Alright, Ruby is Camelot, Dino, Jonas, J Sully, Sykes, Slide, Smash, Starstrike, Veil, and X Thunder.
Ooh. All right. That can do some damage.
Yeah.
All right.
They'll be in with Velocore and Execute.
Velocore and Execute. All right. That'd be an interesting one to see against Velocore. Going up next up is we call the Prismatic Sunset. So CT squad coming out.
They'll be in Group G with GTFO and JX.
Not too shabby. Also, it is me, Joss. It is the Zexous. All right. Coming up next, we have ST. Shadow
Team, yeah.
Shadow Team?
Yeah.
This is a older squad too. This is a Spanish team, right?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You love to
have
see it.
Alberto, Francis, Jorge, and then some ATX players, Zoro, Alex with 3 E's. So it's cool to see them back.
That's awesome. Always down to see some new players on the tracks, as well as some returning ones too.
Yeah, Russo is not on ST Russo's playing for JX at Doga.
True.
Yeah.
All right. How are we doing in terms of this round? I don't
We
want to...
have 3 teams to go.
3 teams to go? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So next team coming out is Insane 2.
Okay, Insane. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Insane?
Or Insane 2. Yeah, they have like an H after the A.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have some angry people in my DM. I've already got Dermo. Let's see if I can make it too. Not bad. Next team coming out. FGT, Forgotten Legends.
They will be joining Avail and MY13 in Group J.
Not too shabby. Insane. Alright, and I guess the last one for this round coming out is going to be none other than... This is a team I'm interested to see. S1.
Ooh, that's my team. Timeless.
That's Timeless. This is Explorers of Time with a few added people as well, I believe.
Yeah, from Shot Clock Cheese. Yeah, we got Yoshter, Pekin, and Solo from SCC, and then we also added Mike and Scythe and Jeff H.
Awesome. I'm excited to see how that team performs.
Yeah.
We'll see how I believe that concludes this round, or
Yep.
can I not count?
Yeah, yeah.
Going in, so here is what we have so far. Group K is already finalized because one group will have 3 teams in it, so...
Yeah. Fortunately, we got the short end of the straw.
Although that, like, Group K, it looks like it could be pretty close. Like, I feel like all those teams have potential to beat one another, so that might be an interesting one to look at.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Group J with Avail against Forgotten Legends.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting one too. Group D. I'm liking Group D a little bit too. I think SA and IF will give each other both a run for their money. Honestly, all across the board, not too bad for all teams included. But yeah, I think we just go right to it. Go into the last round. We'll see what we can get going. Alrighty, so going on. Let's give this bag one last shake and let's see who we can dig up. So the first team for the last round of drawing is La Lion d'Atlas, LA. So LA will be coming up.
They will be joining Group A with Gun Diamond, Onslaught, and South London Ends.
Ooh, that'll be interesting. I mean, I feel like they'll that will be. I feel like Gun Diamond is going to be like probably up at the top, but I feel like the other 3 teams will all be battling for that second place spot. Interested to see how that one's going to go. So coming up next, we got Apocalypse Sapphire is the next team.
They will be in Group B.
Group B, all right.
Lightspeed Ultraviolet, Lethargy, and Yuki Clan.
And Yuki Clan, all righty. So going in for a Group C coming up, we got... I think it's called Octopus is the team name.
Yeah.
It's the Omega symbol. I believe that's for Team Octopus.
Yes. They
Okay.
go by Omelette on CTs.
Oh,
So
okay,
they'll-
okay. So,
Yeah. They'll be joining Apocalypse Emerald, Lightspeed Noah, and Shadow Plate.
okay. I don't know too much about the this team as a CT squad. See how that translates over to regular tracks, but I'm interested to see what they can do in that division. So going on for Group D, let's see who will be joining Metro White Bet, Sakura, and Team Infinite. believe this is Velocity. VO, but it's a
Oh, Vertigo.
Vertigo?
Yes.
My bad. My apologies. I got the name wrong.
It's all good. Yeah, they're a new team this season. Seems like they have a fair bit of German players on their roster. Kenny, Mono SC, ZR.
ZR. Okay, okay.
Ah, okay. See how that'll work out online since a bunch of TT players.
Yeah, we'll see how that one goes. And coming in for the next group, we have Lethal Vengeance, LV.
Ooh, they will be joining UC, Eternal Bliss, and Metro Wipeout 2.
All right, okay. I kind of feel like LV can actually make an upset against MW2 though. Like, I feel like they can do some damage. I know Zach's a very confident bagger, and I know they have some pretty solid runners up there too. So, unless Zach is running, I'd be down for that. They have Swigs though. All right. Coming out for the next group, we have Alliance of the Titan, A7.
Ooh. New team. Finally unbanned. They'll be joining Apocalypse Ruby, Velacore, and Execute.
Okay. Interesting. So this next one is going to Group G with JX, PRS, and GTFO. And the lucky team will be NE.
New Era.
New Era. So I'm not too sure about the roster New Era. Are they newer players as well?
Well, their roster consists of Alpha, and I believe that's Alpha KC, Brisk, Connor, Devil753, Jackson, Josh Newfoundland, Log, Norican, Nubbly, Rosk, and Zeno. So
Okay.
I can see some people from Nightmare on 5th Avenue from last season, but apart from that, I'm not too sure where they came from. Oh wait, nope, not Alpha KC, because
Alpha CA maybe?
I think so. I
Okay.
think he's the other Alpha in the community.
Yeah. There's trust me, I've made that mistake before, and I surely will make it again at some point. Okay. With 3 teams left to draw, we'll see what we can land on. So next team coming out, it's going to be IF1.
Ooh. They'll be joining Gun Pearl, Moonblast, and Shadow Team.
That'll be interesting. That's going to be an interesting division, to be honest. And with only 2 teams left to draw, I believe, we'll see which one lands where. Going up. Next team coming out is going to be Contingency. We'll be going into Group I.
Yes, alongside Insane, the Cherry Poppers, and Superbia. Which means there's only 1 team left.
Only 1 team left. And I do believe I have it right here.
Yeah, I think I know which team it is.
Take
And
a guess.
that'll be
What will it be?
Insane.
You are right. It is Insane. The last team will be joining in the last division.
Ooh, that's gonna be I wonder who's gonna take the top 2 slots between Avail, FGT, and Insane.
Yeah, really, that could go. I feel like maybe Avail might slide ahead, but I feel like Insane and FGT, I feel like they'll both just be like 2 titans clashing. Like, that's going to be interesting all around. A lot of interesting divisions, actually. I'm really interested to see Group H, actually. Group H looks pretty interesting. Group D, I also want to see that. There's just so many good ones.
Okay, so they want us to make some predictions.
Make some predictions.
So, I guess top 2 and bottom 2 of each group.
Okay. Okay, so for me personally, I think Gun Diamond is gonna probably run away with it. I think I gotta also go with the boys who I've played a little bit with. I feel like I'm gonna give Onslaught second. I'll go with LA third, just because their name is fun to say, and I'm not sure which logo the fourth
South
one.
London ends.
South London ends. All right.
Yeah, so I have Gun and Onslaught in the top two. I think South London ends will give Onslaught a run for their money. And I think Les Lions de l'Atlas could make an impression on them too. But I think it'll end up being Gun and OS in the top two, with South London ends and LA in the bottom two.
Have to agree with you. Moving on to Group B. So this is a little. I'm not sure how Lightspeed Ultraviolet and Apocalypse Sapphire are gonna, how that matchup's gonna play out. I feel like it can go either way, honestly. I definitely think those two teams will finish in the top two, hands down. I think YK will edge out LY by just a hair. I don't think it's gonna be big, but I think it's just barely.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Apocalypse. I think Apocalypse can do work on L, but I think the L squad with Mason, Taka, Brody, Zesty, they've been grinding pretty hard these past couple months, so I think they're gonna be one of those underrated teams within the entire tournament.
Definitely. Like, you never see them coming, but when you do, they're on the way, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely. Moving to Group C. So I haven't really seen any of these teams in action in terms of regular tracks. AP Emerald, I want to say, is probably just gonna take it away with first, and I almost want to say Lightspeed Noah will also probably take second. But I definitely think that the Omega team, Octopus, I think it's called?
Yeah, Octopus.
Yeah, Octopus. Yeah, I feel like they also might be able to upset to get second, though.
Yeah. I think Lightspeed Noah is actually a pretty solid team. Like, Lightspeed Ultraviolet is a little better than them, but Lightspeed Noah still has a bunch of strong players on their team. Like, they have KA, Jed, Kev. He's been grinding the game pretty recently. I'm interested to see how Octopus against Shadow play would be, since neither teams seem to be that much of regular track players, so I want to see how they fare against each other.
Yeah, I definitely think that'll be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I can agree with the top two and the bottom two between the divs, though.
Coming to Group D, I think it's honestly what you see right there is probably what you're gonna get. I feel like MW1 and Sakura are probably just gonna finish top two, with IF and Vertigo also being bottom two in the div. I feel like IF is gonna grab third, though.
Yeah, I can agree with
that. Group E. So I'm actually gonna go top two, MW and Lethal Vengeance, with Eternal Bliss pulling out third.
And then UC in fourth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, my predictions here is I have MW in first, and then I have UC getting second. And then I have LV third, Eternal Bliss 4. I think UC and LV is going to be a really tight match. But I've been watching UC play some of their scrims, and they have a pretty strong lineup on paper, like Crisis, Storm. Who else do they have? Sane. Not like SANE, but SAYN. Jose, Dosi, Gabo. So I can see them doing work against LV. I think LV is pretty strong with their custom track players like Psycho and Luna and Ivan. Like, those are some pretty big names on the custom track side. So I think they can do pretty well too. But I think UC will just edge them out in the end.
Okay, interesting. I'm not really too sure on the UC side what the roster is, but I feel like what Solomon said is probably going to be pretty close to what we're looking at. Moving on to Group F. So Group F is a little bit interesting. Coming with a Velocore, Apocalypse Ruby, Alliance of the Titan, and Execute. I feel like Apocalypse Ruby and Velocore are gonna walk out with the top two. I think A7's gonna just be able to pull ahead of EXE, but I also think that A7 might have a chance to upset. Maybe not VC, maybe Apocalypse.
Yeah, for sure. I can agree with those predictions too. We'll see how A7 does coming back from being banned, so to say. But I think AP Ruby has a pretty solid team this season, and I think they could actually, they could be able to upset Velocore in this.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but I still think Velocore will end up winning.
True. So Group G.
Oh, this is an interesting group.
This is JX and everyone else.
Yeah, I think JX just wins with a plus-minus of 900.
This is if you're JX, you got the money, Div. I feel like JX is just gonna run away, and I don't even think it's going to even be close. I think JX is gonna just stomp and then just run away. But the battle for second place is going to be interesting.
For sure.
And I'm not sure who I want to give it to.
I'd personally give it a Prismatic Sunset. Because I know they've been a team, like, even if they've been a custom track team, they've been a team for a while, so they know how to play with each other and how each other plays. I'm interested to see how Ryder, Pepe, and ELP do. So,
Yeah.
they're all members of PRS.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I feel like I'm gonna actually have to agree with you on this one. I think PRS will probably come in second. I'm not really sure who's playing for GTFO, but I feel like it's not a very consistent team, if that makes sense, because there's a lot of people in that team.
Yeah, there's a lot of new players on their roster that I haven't really seen much in the competitive war scene.
Yeah, so I feel like GTFO is probably gonna ride the bottom, and yeah, JX, PRS are probably gonna be top two in this one. Group H is actually interesting here because I don't know too much about Shadow Team, but I know Moonblast, Gun Pearl, and IF all can do some decent damage on each other.
For sure. I think top two teams will be Moonblast for sure. And then I think Gun Pearl will beat Infinite in their matchup. I know both are pretty solid teams. But I'm gonna go with the underdog pick and go with Gun Pearl coming out on top, and then Shadowplay taking fourth in their group.
I'm gonna be a bit bold. I'm gonna say Moonblast was first, but I'm gonna put Infinite over Gun Pearl. Yeah, I feel like Shadow Team will probably ride the bottom of this one too. I feel like they just kind of got luck of the draw, so not. I'm interested to see how they do though. But I think IF might actually just out edge Gun Pearl.
Yep.
Okay, going on to Group I. We have SE, IS2 Contingency, and TCP?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to say, I feel like top two is just going to be SE and IS2. I feel like that's going to be pretty set in stone. I haven't seen TCP. I'm not sure who's playing for the team. I'm going based on pure knowledge.
Yeah,
But I
most of their sorry to cut you off, but most of their
that,
team is just newer players or players who haven't really played Wii but played other Mario Kart games. So there's like 4 or 5 of them that are ATX players. So that's pretty much the gist of their team.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it to SE first, the IS2 second. I think CY will out edge TCP just based on experience, because they're more Mario Kart Wii based. So I feel like it'll just come down to pure experience.
Yeah, for sure. I can agree with those predictions as well.
All right, swap. Looking over to Group J.
Yeah, this group is probably the group of, I guess, the one group of death you could consider.
Yeah, looking at Avail, MY13, Forgotten Legends, and IS1. So I know Avail has had a few roster changes over the last few months. I know they've lost a few players. Players obviously going to other teams. So I know Mac is no longer a part of Avail. And there's a few others to my knowledge.
Yeah, they added Paul, and I believe Nash got added as well to their team this season.
Okay. So a few pickups as well. Actually, a pretty solid pickup with Paul and Nash coming towards Avail. Yeah, Sean and Vincent were the other two that
they went to Superbia.
Yeah. So definitely I'd say it's a big loss for Avail because Sean was a very regular player for Avail, and having him not in the lineup for Avail is definitely going to be a hit to them. But we'll see if they can try and bounce back with other players.
Yeah, my predictions for this, I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I'm saying Forgotten Legends goes 3-0 in the division, in the group. They're gonna beat Avail by single-digit numbers, and then Avail takes second, and then Insane third, and MY13 for fourth.
Okay. Looking at the roster for Forgotten Legends, who are they going to be? Who are they bringing into this tourney?
So they have Acid, Alex, ETA, Clement, Chasm, Melvin, Miracle or Masta, Nelly, Knight, Shaka, Smith, Thomas, and Zone.
Okay. I won't lie, I definitely agree that's a solid roster, but I feel like it's just not enough to overcome AV, because even though they lost a few players, they're still a pretty big powerhouse team, and I think AV is still going to be able to edge them out. Not by much, but I feel like they'll still edge them out. So I'll go AV first, Forgotten Legends second, IS1 going third, and then My13 fourth. And Group K.
Oh, my
Yeah.
group.
3-team div.
Yep.
How do you feel your team's gonna do against these teams? Against Ascension and Now or Never?
I think it's gonna. I think it's pretty linear with these teams, so I think we'll end up beating out Ascension, and then I don't want to say we're gonna instantly lose to Now or Never, but like on paper they are the stronger team, but we'll definitely give our best shot against them. It's
Okay.
like a mix of like KG and EA team, and we kept it close with the EA squad last season. So we'll see how we can do against them.
Okay. Definitely a matchup I want to look out for is Now or Never against S1. That'll definitely be an interesting matchup to see. I feel like AC can also I don't think they'll be able to out edge Now or Never, but I feel like they could give S1 a little bit of a run for their money, seeing what AC can do. I know they're mainly a CT team, but I've seen some of those players on regs, and I know they can run with the boys. So
Yep. For
interesting
sure.
to see how that goes, but I'm gonna hand it to Now or Never getting first, S1 close second, and AC third.
Yep, I can agree with those. But who knows? Maybe we'll be able to clutch it out.
Who knows? And
Who knows?
yeah, I guess that's pretty much all we got for this this tournament drawing. So interesting to see how these teams do. And yeah, best of luck to everyone in this in the upcoming tournament. So any last words, Artie?
Don't yell at us if you don't have schedules out right away. We still have to do a couple of things before we get the schedules up, but they will be out within the next hour. So you can also even check your schedule in the announcements of MKPS in the MKPS Season 2 Tournament 1 schedule and standings document. So if you want to see that before they're posted within the rep chats, then go there and grab it.
All right.
But yeah, that's all I have.
All right, awesome. So just before we head out, just want to quickly thank everyone for tuning in, watching the stream, and yeah, once again, best of luck to all the teams coming out. And on behalf of Mario Kart Boards, thank you all for coming, and have a very pleasant night and a happy weekend, everyone.